Woo!
Big hood in the bed.
Crack them if you got them.
What up? How about the boys? The Dallas Cowboys.
We back.
What up? What up? What up? How about the boys? What up? How about the boys? What up? What up? What up? They bring the
Making noise.
I'm talking
About the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. I would say we back, but our host AdamTMZed is out of office.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. And when you guys were playing that, it was kind of choppy. I hope it did. It's probably my shitty fucking Xbox mic or headphones. But yeah, I'm out of office, but it looks good. It sounds good. And the bandwagon, Alex is back. So it's
I'm
like
back,
we're rotating.
tag team.
we're rotating a bit. I'm going to be back
Tag
next
team.
week, and Ad's just not going to be here for some reason.
The fans are super excited that bandwagon boy number one, TMZed Adam, has not been out of office ever.
That's been the trending hashtag.
That's a trending hashtag. If you love your boy, trend it. Always in office, bitch.
So before I pimp our social media, look at us. Look at all of us rocking our jerseys.
I got
okay?
this fresh back from when I got home. This was waiting for me. It was lovely.
TP20, and
TP20.
I'm not going to dive into it right now, but what a fucking time to get that jersey. He's coming hot off the press.
Yeah, that's going to be a hot to get jersey, I bet, this season.
It will be. I guaranteed that could be a very hot jersey to have when he goes to his next team and ends up being a Hall of Famer.
And we're going to
Before we
save
get
that
into
comment.
that, let's just pump ourselves up a little bit. If you're trying to find us on anything other than Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can find the Instagram, which is at Cowboys Can Fan.
Holy fuck!
I
keep doing it.
You keep doing that. Jeepers.
Well, I've pimped myself out at Dallas Cowboys Can Fan for so long, but it's not that. It's at Cowboys Can Fan. The best Instagram Cowboys fan page, meme page, whatever you want to call it.
Look
It's
at that. Hang
the
on.
bomb.
Pause for a
we
second.
Also,
you're not looking at the screen right now, but look at that cute little young AdamTMZed right there at Cowboys Field.
it's just because I'm shaved.
It's just 'cause
I
you're
am. I guess I am. Yeah, I think I'm like. I don't even think I'm 30 there.
Look
I
at
think
you. Look at you here.
No, I am 30. I'm 30 there.
Yeah.
Definitely handsome compared to this gross ass pube thing I got going on my face, but that's fine.
Hey kid,
we also have a TikTok, which is Cowboys Can Fan. Hit that up. It's basically the same shit as the Instagram. But AJ, I know you've been hitting the social media platforms pretty hard. What do we got going on in your side of it?
That's right. So we also got a Twitter. You just look up on any social media, basically at Cowboys Can Fan, and you'll find us. The staple of this whole thing is our Instagram. That's like where you get all the best stuff. But you can we're trying to expand horizontally. So start that up.
I mean, so let's just be honest here for a second. Our Instagram gives you a nice daily dose of Cowboys-specific memes, information, news, and just some good Cowboys-centric NFL humor. Because we are haters are gonna hate. So
we can laugh at ourselves.
We can laugh at ourselves, but we also we wanna make sure that our fellow Cowboys fans have the same type of sense of humor and the same hoorah that we got. So Cowboys Can Fan is to focus on that, where the YouTube channel is everything basically centered around the pod.
That's right. So the YouTube, just search Cowboys Can Fan or Dallas Cowboys Can Fan. Still,
we're in that dark season where we're not above 100 subs, so it makes it very difficult.
Yet.
So
which is fine. It's okay. We're doing our thing. What do we got going on in Cowboys world? Fuck pimping ourselves out.
Can I say one thing before we dive in?
I stopped myself.
I know you look like you're frozen right now, but big shout out to our boy All Even podcast for hitting the 100th episode mark.
Hell yeah,
Absolutely.
All Even podcast, check it out. He covers more than just football, but he hit 100 eps, and we're actually going to be on there next week for, I think it's going to be his 102nd episode. But we're going to be on the All Even podcast next week. Guy's dialed. He's got very good delivery. I know a lot of people are into more sports than just football and the Cowboys, and he covers it all. He covers baseball, NBA, football.
He's covering a
gotta
lot of.
check him out.
Covering a lot of. he's covering a lot of Cowboy stuff recently too, which is great. So
big Cowboys fan.
I think that's because we might be brushing off on him a little bit. I mean, we'll take credit. We'll take credit for that. but yeah,
congrats on 100 eps there.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to BGJ himself.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I don't know where. Nope.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Not yet, Jerry. Okay, I'll go back. All right.
I'm so not used to having my co-producer in studio right now.
Yeah, because Alex was gone, you wanted to just do the old reach around there.
I started
to
look like I was grabbing some TP20 dick right there.
He keeps grabbing my mouse. I don't know what.
he's grabbing up all on you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You should see what. He's not wearing pants, and neither are you, Ant. Just to break.
I'm not wearing pants.
I'm not wearing pants either.
Okay. Hard Knocks episode 2. Right out the gate. What were your first thoughts?
Need some baking soda.
So I got on the Twitter and I was kind of looking to see what people had said about it, and I actually read a bunch of comments before I had seen it. So maybe they had kind of poisoned my thought process, but I didn't think it was as good as episode 1.
I agree.
I didn't think. I disagree with you guys. I didn't think it was as bad. I
don't think it was bad. I
didn't think it was bad either.
Episode 1 came in with a lot of hype, and this one was just very flat.
I'll say it like this: if it was a Cowboys, if it was on the Dallas Cowboys YouTube channel where we got to see a week to week behind the curtains of Cowboys, great. Not a bad episode. I actually enjoyed the episode. I thought it, but when there's only 6 episodes. Or is it 5? When there's only 5 fucking episodes.
Or 4 maybe. Yeah.
Then it's...
No, it's 5.
5 total episodes. It does feel like we could have had something a little bit more focused. There's still a lot of good stuff, but I feel like... I don't know. I wasn't totally disappointed, but I get why people would be trashing it when there's only maybe 5 episodes and it's not... you're not going to have 5 bangers every single week.
This is the issue. A lot of people... The biggest complaint was there wasn't enough coverage on... our star players. The Cowboys have a lot of eccentric star players, a lot of guys that you could do full hour-long shows on.
Right.
But the whole point of Hard Knocks is to focus on the guys that don't have the greatest chance of making the team. The whole
premise.
The whole premise of Hard Knocks is to follow guys that are maybes. So you're supposed to follow these guys like Kamara, who you see you can kind of hint that they're going to follow him. It's these guys, these fringe players that a lot of people don't know. And are they going to make the team or are they not? They're not going to show as much Zeke or Parsons or Dak because those guys are shoo-ins. That's not Hard Knocks premise. It's not what it's about. It
reminds me a lot of when we played Madden pre online social media, all that, and 2004.
Oh, you pick all the teams below, yeah.
But we would limit. Obviously, we would make our teams, but we wouldn't allow ourselves to put all 99. So we had like tiers, right? And most of our team was at 70.
It was
60.
like 199, 280s. Yeah. 470, high 70s.
And the rest like 60s and 50s.
Yeah. Exactly. So it forced us to go to that second tier and play, and it made the game a lot interesting. But what I think.
You learned who guys around the league were.
Yeah, you start to care about this third string wide receiver in Jacksonville.
Like Jericho
that
Cotchery.
No one's ever Cotchery. Remember Jericho Cotchery? I was the biggest Jericho Cotchery fan before anyone even knew the fuck Jericho Cotchery was. And then he kind of caught on in the NFL a couple years down. Yeah. But back to Hard Knocks, that's what they're kind of doing. They're trying to get you to have these pets. They want you to be invested, right? They want to show you this guy who's doing good and has a chance to make the NFL. And then when he gets cut, you're emotionally attached to him, and it's like you have an emotional reaction to the show you're watching.
So let's roll through the screenshots, and we'll actually hit on a few of those stories because they popped up. There was Kamara was one story. We'll talk about that. We'll try to go in order here a little bit, and then also the Mexican guy Alacron or
yeah, he's good. I like that.
He had another funny moment. So, anyways,
he did have a funny moment
to start off the episode. Kind of just really funny is the baby powder. Like, I guess if you start chafing. That's going to last all season, hey? So you got to kind of...
Yeah, you got to nip it in the butt.
Okay, I can relate to this. I honestly have a thing of, Arm & Hammer baby powder in my truck. I work construction. It's hot out. you get chafing. If you don't get the chafe before the chafe gets you, you're done, son.
So
you got to lube the ball. It's not even lube. It's like you need baby powder and you need to throw it on there.
Does it? It
It cools it.
and it dries up the moisturizer.
What the problem is that if you're hot and there's too much moisture and there's too much
in the ass, if you got that ass sweat,
and then the ass sweat, that friction is just gonna create a bad chafing rash. So use Gold Bond, use Arm & Hammer, use baby powder.
I'll show you an example. AJ, this is my ball sack. These are my thighs. If they're doing this all day with sweat,
it's gonna make you
heat,
pulse. It's gonna make you pulse.
It's gonna pulse you. You're gonna get chafed. Your arms or your thighs are gonna be chafed. The way to prevent that is you throw that on and it literally soothes it.
Do you think there's guys who have just had like disgusting breakout fucking chafe rashes that have just
Athlete's rash on their you can get athlete's rash on your groin. Guaranteed
Athlete's
guys
foot?
in the NFL get it. I would bet on it.
Do you, man? Has anyone like had been injured on the injury list because of that? Like been so bad?
I don't think so. I think I think at most you would tape it up.
Your chafed thighs.
Oh.
I think that they're so far ahead of this kind of shit that you got to think if Zeke, one of the pretty in shape dude, is getting this. Think about your offensive and defensive linemen.
Well, that's
they
what I'm
have to
thinking
have
of.
a protocol to fucking ice down your thighs. Or
Yeah,
something.
they have the baby powder boy.
Yeah, Google that.
I want that job.
I would love it. Just a fucking big, all 5 300-pounders squatted over like they're ready to start, and you're just.
Hey, Zeke, you good? You good?
Zeke.
You good? I'll come over there right now, boy.
Okay,
Do you need it?
Zeke, I got baby powder. I got Johnson & Johnson baby powder, or I got Gold Bonds.
Yeah,
You
what do
want
you
the
got?
Army Hammer? I'll go get the Army. No, not the actor. The Arm & Hammer.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
I got
I got
scented.
you.
I got non-scented. I mean, if you got that tender tush.
Oh man, go with the baby powder. You know, I would say baby powder probably smells the best out of all of them.
Well, and that's why he said after you put it on, because it's like your hands are covered in it, and
Yeah.
like that's why he said if you farted, it would just be a
Yeah.
big
It
white puff.
reminds
But
me
good.
of the scene.
I can see where he's coming from.
It reminds me. I think it was Jackass where in the credit sequence he puts baby powder all over his butt, and the guy starts farting, and it starts puffing out.
The next screenshot we have here, because we don't want to get our asses handed to us in court, because that's how it's the fastest growing podcast. We got to worry about this
So, can you just adjust this?
social media. Adjust what?
I'll just adjust the window there, or scroll down a bit. Sorry.
I can't scroll. It's just a screen cap.
Oh, okay,
there we go.
okay,
There we go.
okay.
Okay, so we got Danucci, and we'll get to him later, playing
can make-
Micah Parsons in chess.
So there's a little bit of a backstory because there was a big, obviously in the Sahara Desert of the NFL offseason, Micah Parsons, the rookie, actually smoked Amari Cooper in chess, and we actually talked about it on the cast, and I thought it was kind of funny that HBO had these two play chess, and the best part about this scene is when Danucci takes him out, and Parsons is like, "You didn't even deserve." Like he's just that you can see he's that guy that just won't ever accept a loss.
He goes
Michael Jordan.
No,
He's a Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he goes. No, I was saying to AJ, he goes, "Man, you're not even that good." He's like,
yeah, right.
He's so mad because he lost to someone who's not even that good. It was like,
Well, it doesn't even matter. Danucci could be the better player, but he just in his brain he lost to someone that wasn't better. But I thought it was kind of funny. My thing with Parsons, after like listening to him talk, and you can kind of tell he's might be a little bit immature. I might get a little hate on that, but like
I agree.
instead of being like, oh yeah, man, good game, you got me. He's like, you're not even that good, which I can see where he's a young 20-year-old, 21-year-old guy.
It's like, yes, he's a professional millionaire football player, but he's still 20, 21 years old or whatever. And like, man, I was 3 years ago or 3 months ago, it was like there's things that I shake my head about just for myself, and I'm almost a 40-year-old man. So
I will say that this whole section though, once they went from chess to then Danucci, as everyone likes to call him, I started to get all really hyped on Benny D, and then so it's very sad what happened this past week, but from the chess game to seeing him take the snaps and even taking off and doing a little bit of a QB breakout. I was pretty Ben DiNucci fan fanboying it after this episode a little bit.
And we'll get to more QB chatter.
Yeah, for sure. That's
we're
why
just
I
gonna push through.
Bit my tongue.
Bit your tongue. Save that thought though, because I know you got
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. Yeah. This was just kind of a wholesome moment with DeMarcus Lawrence. Did I get that?
D-Law, D-Law. Yeah. He's like, could you guys not just? I obviously don't have kids. AJ, you don't have kids. But could you not just kind of relate to them quite a bit as just a dad in this? Like he's just a dad out at the beach with his kids.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Total total dad Disneyland vibes. Like you know what I mean? Like
look at the screenshot.
He's a huge man. So like if he walked into a room, I'd be like, holy fuck, that guy's big. But with his family, it's like he doesn't look like the violent menace that he is out on the
D-Law fucking will kill you. He honestly will. The guy's you know what? And it was good to see that because you haven't really heard much about D-Law this offseason because he's been hurt. But they basically hyped him up as the Cowboys' best defensive player, and he is. When he's healthy, he's 100% is their best defensive player. And it was cool to see a different side of it. I thought it was pretty good.
One thing I thought was interesting is that, like, I'm not saying that he has 1 foot in, 1 foot out of football, but it certainly looks like he's preparing to become a coach in the NFL.
D-Law?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, yeah, because, he's like a great hype man, and he's a great, Like I didn't actually have that thought, but now that you've mentioned it, I can see what you're saying.
Yeah, you see this screenshot I have when he's, like, running guys through drills. I'm not saying that he's, like, not focused on being a player, but I think, like, maybe that's just naturally the place that he fills, but it would be a smart parallel move for him once he retires to move into...
Well, because just some Cowboys history here. DeMarcus Ware retired a couple years before him, and they were always looking for the next DeMarcus Ware, and then they drafted DeMarcus Lawrence. And he kind of took on the leadership role as soon as he came to the Cowboys. And now he's been with the Cowboys for, 6 or 7 years. And like you said, he's not on the field, but he's still coaching up guys. He's not on the sideline getting rehab. He's out here holding a bag, coaching up guys, which is, like you said, a natural fit. He's got that coachability, I guess.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't know if was it 3 or 4 kids that they had. So like,
yeah, I think
that probably comes into play too, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. If you have kids, you take some. Maybe not everybody there, but there are those people who have kids who are like, I'm going to make sure everything I do is centered around developing my kids. So he probably is that type of father from the looks of it, and then naturally steps into it as the coach at the team, basically, or that.
Well, yeah, he's the older guy on the team now. He's kind of like a big brother to the younger guys, you know. So
and you need that. I mean, you definitely need that. Like Alex said, or maybe it was you, Anth, that you were saying you could see the immaturity in some of these younger players who do need guidance from vets who are willing to help develop you. The worst thing that they could have is a lot of talent going onto a team and then not having those vets that are there to help develop you into being a better player, because they all want to get the Super Bowl ring at the end of the season, but also too, they want to come in and they want to, a guy like D-Lock could say, I want to make sure I'm doing the best I can to help serve my team and the players that come on my team, so that when everybody walks away, they look back at me as like a true leader or a true team player, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, for sure. And before we go forward here, I know I called him immature Parsons and stuff. I just imagine me at 20. Like I probably now couldn't even be in a room with my 20-year-old self. So it's not a knock on the guy. It's just you can sense the youngness, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I would say, like the immaturity, it's just the experience. I don't think you mean like...
Well, look, you're not going Jalen Smith on him. You're not going Jalen on him because Micah is probably is touted as one of your favorite players coming into it. So
you getting that jersey? Are you getting that jersey, Anth?
Which jersey?
Micah?
Already got it, son.
Oh, yeah.
Already got it, son.
I thought it got a...
No, it came.
Oh, okay,
long story. I have it. Yeah.
Good. When you're wearing it, then you can.
Oh fuck! I forgot about this guy. This guy's awesome.
So who are we seeing here? This is which? What's his name?
Anth, you don't know his name, do you?
Don't know his name. I forgot about him in the episode. It was one of my favorite parts.
It's like
all I was thinking about was Steve the whole time.
Yeah.
All I was thinking about was UK Daily the whole time.
UK Steve, and so I told Alex to screen grab him not only because I thought the relationship that he has his backstory. Aiden Dirty.
Dirty.
Yeah, Dirty. That like Aiden Dirty. His backstory of him and being a player in the UK and then becoming a coach. I thought it was great. I'm a big fan. I like how he deals with the players.
Yeah.
But I thought in my concept of like Grandpa Jerry and angry dad Mike and war vet Quinn. This is the brother, the step uncle who got married from the UK, who comes into the team. But anyways, that's why
I've been living in the UK for 5 years. I don't.
The best part was like the players doing his impression, and when he comes in, and the guy just gets right out of the seat, like doesn't want to get in shit, just gets right the fuck out of the seat.
Yeah.
So you can tell they respect him, right?
Yeah.
Like they definitely respect him, but they're going to rib at him. They're taking the piss out of him a little bit.
You have
of his accent, which is funny.
You definitely get those younger coaches who kind of are more relatable. Like you'll have coaches where, and it's like that scene. We're gonna change. No listener is gonna know this movie. It's called Miracle, starring Kurt Russell. It's about the men's U.S. Olympic team when they beat the Russians. But there's a line in there where Coach, crack him if you got him.
Crack him if you got him.
Where Coach Herb Brooks, played by the great Kurt Russell, says, I'm not your friend, I'm your coach. But he says to the other coach, he's like, I need you to be their friend. They're not going to, like, I can't be friends with them. I don't want them to think I'm their friends, etc. I think that a lot of this implies with Aiden Dirty as well. He's more relatable to the players, so they'll have that. He's our coach, but we can joke around with them. We're a little
Bond
bit
with them.
We'll be able to
Where
bond with them.
no one's making fun of Mike McCarthy, guaranteed.
No fucking way.
Guaranteed.
No, not with that fucking gruff beard. Green Bay Mike McCarthy? Possibly. For sure, possibly.
Yeah.
Green Bay Mike McCarthy.
And I just love these, like, this was just a shot. I just love the, like, it looks like they're in high school, just chilling. And
Is that where he's making fun of his accent?
I think it's the same scene. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
He
impersonating
comes in,
him.
he just takes it off.
Okay.
There's Mike
there he
McCarthy.
is.
This
right
is-
there.
I just can't stop seeing, like, Mike McCarthy's proud dad in Disneyland, and then the two uncles here, like watching.
That's gonna be a theme going on, eh?
Yeah.
Like just McCarthy being this proud Disneyland father,
Disney
type
dad.
thing, or like stern Disneyland father.
Now,
really.
speaking of Mike McCarthy, and maybe it's because of our boy BGJ on the All
Didn't like
Even.
it. He did not like his pump up speech.
No, well, to me, it's like I would
Crack him if you got him.
crack me if you got him. I would always be loyal to the team, but you really, like, there's fake buy-in and then there's real buy-in. So he seems comfortable. He seems like he's in the driver's seat, and he's not. He's like an experienced coach who's had many years in the league. But I don't know. There is just that hint of is it real enough? If that makes sense, But
I know what you mean. You look at someone like Gruden, where he's in there and he's like, he's in everybody's face. He's loud. He feels like he can be very empathetic or compassionate, but he'll rip you a new one. Like he feels like he's injected in the team. I get that, but I also think that there's a couple different ways to approach, especially when you're on an NFL level and you have. Like we were just saying, coaches like Aiden Dirty, or you have Dan fucking Quinn, where you do have that support system around you, where you don't necessarily have to be the one who's always giving that fucking Al Pacino any given Sunday pump up speech, or
I'm sorry if it's Jenkins' little call.
Inches. So this is. I talked to Barry a little bit. I messaged him about it, and I said, "You didn't like that?" Because I honestly, when I heard the first speech in week 1 or episode 1, I honestly really liked it, and it's awesome to hear other perspectives about it.
Did you cry?
I didn't cry. I went from 6 to 12.
Crack him, you got him.
Crack if you got him. But I talked to Barry a little bit, and he thought it was cheesy, and he's been on the end of, he played sports, played basketball, and he's had speeches that have fired him up. And Some people like it and some people don't. We won't know if the players are buying into it
Yeah.
until week 4 or 5. It'll be very evident if people are buying into the culture of his team. What are you guys doing here?
Oh, the blue. Okay,
There's some girls here.
I look
give
like-
us a sponsor. Steam.
Hey,
Give
so
us-
we're sponsored
Ooh,
by
Steamworks.
Steamworks tall cans. The Pilsner is tasting like
Dog
donkey
shit.
piss.
We got some donkey piss beer
But you know
here.
what? I'll drink it.
Yeah, you just gotta slam it.
Just got to slam it back. It does the job.
Does the job.
Yeah, it is all about how the camera doesn't tell the whole tale, and like we talked about, how many freaking hours of footage is dropped in these things. You know, they're
Yeah.
My biggest thing
getting
is this guy has a Super Bowl under
Yes.
his
Yep.
belt.
Yep.
That's enough. That's
Yep.
enough in its
Absolutely.
own.
Yep.
He did something. Sure, he had Aaron Rodgers, whatever. It takes more than just having a good quarterback to win a Super Bowl. The guy is a Super Bowl winning coach, which is better than any Cowboys coach in the last 25 years. So
Totally.
you gotta kind of give him his
give him a full second year already. Jeez, Hans.
yeah, right. That's what I mean. Just give him a second year. We'll figure out where he's at.
Only because COVID didn't count.
Yeah.
It didn't. I
Okay,
agree.
so here's the interesting thing about Hard Knocks, and I like that we're bringing up Kamara because I think
I like this dude, man.
every single one of us were pumped on kind of his storylines. If you were watching this as, let's say, All or Nothing, that's on Amazon, where it's not happening on a week to week basis, and they're not
You wouldn't even hear of this guy.
churning him out. Well, or if you are, it's because he'd have a massive story arc or something was going to happen. Maybe his cut was like there was a pivotal moment. But because these things are happening week to week, it's like the whole time I'm like, oh, I wonder what they're gonna. Is he gonna do something great? Is he gonna get cut? Like they're focusing on him for a certain reason. And at the end of the episode, you know, he had a decent game.
He almost won the game for them. Against
Exactly.
the Cardinals, he almost
Exactly.
won the game.
So,
he
which
forced
is-
a fumble that they recovered, and it got turned back by an offside.
And you know, you saw the challenges that he had in practice. I think the big moment that I really liked was when he gets close. I love hearing people like Dak Prescott swear. I like hearing all these other players because it's a big fucking roster, right? So
Yeah.
not everybody knows everybody as well as you might think. As like, let's say if you're on a team, so a guy like Kamara, when he gets close to the quarterback and everybody's like, don't fucking hit the quarterback, and everybody's just
Stay the fuck away from
stay
him.
the fuck
Who
away
the
from
fuck
quarter-
was that?
Who the fuck was that? That was Kamara.
It was Kamara.
I was like, oh man, like so. I thought that was one of my favorite moments. Just
Well, especially when you're this fringe player.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
like one bad move, like you come through and you break Garrett Gilbert's ankle or something. Like that could possibly.
It's okay, we're gonna
cost
cut him
you-
anyway.
That could cost you millions of dollars.
Dude, but it's funny because there is that fine line. It's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, Garrett. I'm trying to make this goddamn team, and so if that
See, this
means
is, and that's what I
right-
wish.
Yeah.
I thought that in my own brain. I honestly thought that. Like, I've read stories about, or I've read Bill Romanowski's book, and like Lawrence Taylor. Like, if they came through and the fucking second string quarterback got in the way of him making a play, and everyone said, "Hey, what are you doing?" He would have been just like, "Get fucked."
Yeah.
I'm here to play football. My job is to
and-
get to the quarterback.
yeah.
I hit the quarterback. Sorry.
And you know what?
You know?
Deal with it.
You'll hear the offensive coordinator. You'll hear the quarterback coach. You'll hear possibly even the head coach kind of chirp, and then all other offensive players. But you know, all the D players and the defensive coaches are thinking, "Fucking right."
Fuck yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
Well, this is
Yeah.
the
Oh,
thing.
totally,
So
totally.
it's
Get
almost like
into
a
it.
situation of who the player is. Like
Yeah.
if
Yes.
it was Micah Parsons, do you think everyone's yelling at him like that?
No.
No, they're praising him for getting that close to the quarterback.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a pecking order. Like
Yeah.
where are you on this pecking order?
Yeah.
Which it's kind of it's two-faced and there is this hierarchy, but that's just part of it. If you're
Well-
this guy that's not a highly touted rookie, that's how it's going to be for you.
Sorry, go ahead. No, I was just saying the other thing I like about the Kamara stuff is because I don't know if this was editing. It probably was, but he's a little bit undersized. He doesn't have the amount of snaps that everybody else has in terms of like even just amateur or amateur
College.
or even high school.
Yep.
So he's not as finessed with the game as maybe some of these other players coming in. But then when you do get to see him in the actual setting and he turns it up in a game form, I'm wondering how much the team is taking that into consideration versus seeing how they made him look almost clueless in practice.
So this is the thing with him. Sorry, AJ, you have something to say. You get it. Get at it.
There's so much that goes into those factors, like you were saying. So you see potential. You need someone in this position to fill it. You start to look at that differently. It's like, but do you have 6 months or 12 months to put into this character's development? And that's where it comes down to. So, like, he may not be polished 100%, let's say, for the NFL, like some other guys are, because they have had those college games with, like, NFL type of getting players ready.
Yeah.
Whatever division they are, like if they play in the SEC or if they play in the Big Ten, they're gonna have better competition. The thing with him is, like Ad brought up, he is undersized. They have him listed as a D end. He won't be. If he makes the team, it's going to be at linebacker. And my hot take is he's going to be our 6th linebacker. Really? I think he's going to make the team.
Ooh, toss that down. Episode 37 predict.
Yep.
So
outside
he's making it.
Linebacker.
We're gonna skip this.
Number 6.
Skip this shot, but because we're gonna talk about these quarterbacks. But this
wait, go back to that shot. Go back to that shot.
Okay.
Yep.
It just looks like a bunch of garbage cans.
And Prescott's
fucking brutal. Mine is Prescott.
Dak's walking
the other
away.
guys
He's
look
walking
like a bunch
away.
Of fucking bums.
QB1, baby.
Just really quick too.
The
I
other
mean,
fucking
CD Lamb. It sucks that they're showing this because his fantasy draft value is gonna be so overvalued.
He's not.
Not overvalued.
CD Lamb's a top 5 fucking. I guaranteed you.
Yeah, but
CD Lamb will be a top 5 receiver in the NFL this year.
Yeah.
Yes, but he would have been so much more, like, less looked at if this damn if he wasn't on Hard Knocks.
This is the thing though with any leagues we're in, like any leagues
Everyone
the
would
league
have
that
known.
we're in,
Yeah.
he's already owned.
Yep.
But if you're in any other league, CD's gonna be a fucking sleeper pick. And you should take him. No, everyone's sleeping on CD that doesn't follow the Cowboys.
I
take him over Cooper, to be honest.
I would 100%.
Yeah.
100. I took Gallup over Cooper in our league. I honestly did. Cooper was $51.
Yeah.
Gallup was 13. So I did.
No, but CD. I've been debating a CD Lamb jersey.
It's classic. It's 88.
I don't usually go for a wide receiver jersey.
You can't go wrong with 88 Ad, and he's going to be.
I know.
He's going to be a good for the next 10 years.
I like him.
It's a great pick.
We have to talk because I have to get a home jersey now next, and I'm either going to get one of the wideouts that.
Well, I mean,
you
can get him home. I'm not going to get him as a home jersey.
Oh, but
you want
transitioning, I fucking hope Isaac Alarcon makes the fucking Cowboys because
there's no bigger flex than buying an offensive lineman.
I know.
Either.
Oh, dude.
And then to buy a backup offensive lineman.
Yeah.
AJ, your 2 Cowboys jerseys would be a backup running back and a backup offensive lineman. That would be fucking
TP20
awesome.
though.
Something's happened. I'm missing out on the screen here.
Oh, I'm trying to. Oh, is it done? Maybe.
Here, you know what? So when our boys are out of office. We have technical difficulties. Last week, fucking
AJ was high as fuck.
Audio was, significantly audio is always great. So if you're an audio only listener, love you. We appreciate you. Keep listening all the way to the end. We're at the 33-minute mark. We're only halfway there. We haven't even got out of Hard Knocks yet. That's the name of the game. But fuck you if you hate it. But if you're a viewer specifically on, and you know what, even if you are a viewer on YouTube, we know you're not watching us the whole time sitting there. You have us playing in the background, minimize on your fucking screen while you type shit out or you fucking surf Instagram or whatever. So
yeah, eating some sort of delicious
the amount of time I spent trying to get certain video things ready to go for us. Look,
I'm getting there. I'm getting.
You hear that?
Let's just chat about anything. So
yep.
we had AJ's guy there. The scene was that the scene with him talking with the other international player?
It was him and the kicker from
Arizona,
and it was
that guy Polish or something? He sounded for whatever reason I thought he was Polish.
Looks like his name is Bernard Sitkovics.
Yeah, he's Polish.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't look it up.
What's your
I'm
next?
just
What's your
assuming
next?
he's
What's your
foolish.
next screen grab? He doesn't need to see it right now. What's your next screen grab?
But the whole point of what Alex's his that screenshot was, these guys, that's basically it could be their Super Bowl.
Yep.
Like those two guys playing, they might never get another chance in the NFL again after this year, or after this preseason even.
And you think that, and you think there are options for them to go. Obviously, a guy at that size, or even someone like Kamara, he could easily probably walk onto a CFL team if he wants to continue.
A lot of them do.
So there are options for these guys. I mean, to say
But
that you
the
made
CFL, like from the NFL,
I know.
it's
I
just
know.
like
I mean, you're gonna go to arena football probably before that if it's
you'd rather.
maybe XFL, depending on if that ever
There's-
comes back.
Yeah, you hit it. You definitely nailed that. Depending on what leagues are running in the U.S., you might be better off going to one of these sub-professional leagues in the States than going to the CFL.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe so. Absolutely. Like, even just for the skill level too.
I mean,
Like that.
yeah, and honestly, when you're going it, like there are players
You get that link, Anth?
where
Oh, I'm supposed to go to.
don't
I didn't know
minimi-
you sent one to me.
just don't minimize your FaceTime screen.
No, I'm not.
If you're going into the NFL, you should definitely obviously have some sort of backup that you either did in school or moving forward in your career. Because if you do get cut, like what are some of these guys going to do? But at the same time, they're all young dudes. They could spend their half of their 20s fucking around in some sort of football. They could make it to 30 and still be playing like arena league football or whatever the fuck they want to do, and still come away with a great fucking experience. Stuff that people would die for. People that would be like, you're gonna complain, you're gonna be upset that you made it to the show, but you didn't make it all the way through. You still got to experience the locker room. You still got to brush shoulders with Zeke or these guys.
That in this moment, I think really like I mentioned it in our chat. Anth, is your screen back up there, Anth?
No, I joined and it's just showing me.
Oh,
So I wasn't saying anything because I didn't want to fuck with the ebb and flow of what we were going.
Go to your
oh,
thing.
hang on. Here we go. Now you're in. Now you can see. Okay, so but you good to go there, bro? No. he's lost. But anyways, the moment between those two guys was awesome because, yeah, awesome. Thumbs up from Matt. But it was these guys might be feeling as if they were in the Super Bowl in the preseason, in just these 4 preseason games that they play, because it's like this could be the height of your career. And then from this point, if you don't make it, I mean, once you start becoming 27, 28, there's other guys that are coming in that are just as good as you, and they're going to replace you on those practice squad teams. So
Average career for an NFL player is 3 years. So it's like you got this 3 years to either make an imprint and get your second contract, or you just threw the washing machine and out.
Yep.
You know,
crazy.
it's very unforgiving.
Which is why
professional sports.
Which is why when we go back and say leagues like the XFL or all these other leagues that have tried to come in, if the NFL had a secondary league,
like the NBA has the G League.
what do they?
Yeah, they have like a league where I guess it's players who won't go to college, but they're going to go to the NBA, but they have to wait that year. They'll go and play in the G League, or maybe they're just not good enough to be on a team yet, but they're going to be.
So if you have enough, there's more than enough players that you could have smaller teams. You could filter it through, and it would still be probably really good ball.
It's honestly mind-boggling how the NFL does not have a better feeding program for guys between 21 and 30. It's fucked up. There's this huge market for it, and it's this weird thing that a lot
one's done it right.
Leagues have tried it, and there's tons. Let's not kid ourselves. There's tons of semi-pro football in the States happening. Like there's still lots happening. It's just not like televised. It doesn't have big.
Just a disclaimer: we are Canadian here, so a lot of those leagues, for those of you American fans that are listening that are yelling at the screen, talking about what about the DWFL and the CWDFL?
That's the thing. There's tons of them. We just don't hear of them, right? So
Right.
there's there is a lot of feeder leagues. There's just no like one feeder league with that. None of them can get a television sponsor and just get it all to make sense and make money. Like obviously if you start a league or start a business, the whole point is to have it be profitable, and any team or any entrepreneur that's trying to do it with a B league of the NFL just can't do it.
Right. Okay.
Well, you know what? We did not too bad there. We did hit. We're under 40 minutes of Hard Knocks chat.
I just wanted to say one last thing.
Yep.
That
Get it in 15 seconds.
My favorite moment was Dan Quinn in the booth.
Oh shit! Okay, we got
Like
a booth talk.
literally, I want to make sure. I want a season long Dan Quinn in the booth cam.
Well, speaking of Dan Quinn in the booth, I mean, we can hop over to this quickly. He had to leave Saturday's game in an emergency protocol move. So
He's double vaxxed. Obviously, he was with someone,
double vax, double vasectomy.
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So I didn't read the article naturally, but
Yeah.
he had to leave. He wasn't even there. He wasn't calling the game.
So both Dan Quinn and defensive lineman
Made it to the
Carlos
40-minute mark
Watkins.
before Anth had trouble breathing.
That's actually about the.
Hey.
That's the right time.
Hey.
I mean, Dan Quinn having a COVID scare, being double vaxxed. I thought on Friday I had COVID. Didn't.
You were shitting and pissing?
I don't know. Like literally, I was shitting and pissing.
Ugh.
Super sick. Couldn't even get out of bed. Like my
Were
body.
you puking?
Yeah, my body was so weak. Listen to this. My body was so weak, and I was telling my wife I couldn't even sit up. So she.
You're married?
Yep, totally married. So Lynn's took me down to the place to get a COVID test, and then I came back, and then later that day I jumped into the shower because I just needed to kind of.
Were you naked?
Totally naked.
You showering fully clothed.
Couldn't
Way funnier.
had a hard time standing, but when I was standing there, I just started to shit.
Oh,
I just shat myself in the shower.
You know what the best part about that is? Because it was
nice.
it was liquid, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like it was a liquid shit.
Yep.
So you were in the shower, so it just went right down the sink.
It just went
down the drain.
Right down the drain.
I mean, if you're going to shit,
That's the
standing
place
in the
to do
shower
it.
is not a bad place.
No.
I don't want to get into a habit of it.
Like
but-
it was like but the smell was rank, and so I immediately and I told obviously I cleaned the shower right afterwards, but to
Cleaned
try
yourself,
to
too.
try to help like offset the smell, I took conditioner and I just like sprayed it on the ground. And then I started to like rub my feet around, and then I had a slippery,
now you got a
shitty
fucking
shit.
slippery shit tub.
Shit tub.
Looks like he slipped in his shit here.
So before we jump into
how did
anything
this
else,
guy-
we got to talk about this a bit here.
Yeah.
So what did you eat the day before? Like, do you think it was? It had to be food poisoning. If you had, because you said you thought it was COVID. You went got the test. The test was negative.
Yep. So
You're fine. You don't have COVID, but you were obviously really sick.
I
And
think
you're double vaxxed.
Yeah. So I wasn't thinking it was COVID.
No.
But I've been double vaxxed for a while, so it's not for anyone who's. The other thing about people, and not to get totally into it, but what I notice, there's so many anti-vaxxers that, and I don't give a fuck if you get vaccinated or not. I haven't even said one gosh darn word about it. But I do find that the only people complaining about people not being vaxxed are anti-vaxxers. So many people are saying, it's my choice. I could do whatever I want. And I've never heard one. I haven't seen any. And maybe I don't follow. Maybe I follow more.
I have. I've seen it from both sides.
If you
I've
look
seen it
on
from
any,
both sides.
if you do look online, you'll see people like.
there. If you
weird.
do search
People
it,
are
you'll
weird.
see it.
People are
The
fucking weird.
guys
Let's
the people that get vaccinated, maybe not you, but is equally as bad.
Oh no,
It is.
and I agree. And so all I was going to say is, I think I must be more friends with more non-vaccinated people because I don't see a lot of people that I know complaining about people not going out and getting vaccinated,
Yeah.
which is
The internet hypes up all things. Like, we only talk about this shit in that we're commenting on what we see online. We don't.
And let's not dive away from the Cowboys too
No,
much.
no.
Let's just say the whole point of this story is
Adam shit his
himself.
pants.
Okay,
Adam
so-
shit in the shower,
In
standing.
the shower.
here on the Cowboys Can Fan, we want to make sure we comment on people's looks. we don't want to get political and we don't want to talk vaccinations. So
yeah,
I do
but
apologize.
if one of us shits ourselves, it's
Yeah.
getting
It's gotta
rough.
make talk.
So I shat myself in the shower.
I shit you not.
Yeah, no, I shit you not. So I think that the three things that I boiled it down to: roasted chicken from Subway.
No, it wouldn't be that.
Doubt
it's
it.
it's pre-cooked.
I know. So roasted chicken from Subway, cookie jar blizzard from Dairy Queen,
No.
and the end of a joint that I don't know how long it's been sitting in my thing. So
Neither of those, I don't think.
all three
You know
of
what?
those things.
You know what? You would
not
have been more likely the veggies from Subway,
Yeah, I think so.
or the person making your Subway had
Yeah.
dirty hands.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the chicken. It would have been someone that touched your your food.
No, for sure. But I do remember. I didn't finish obviously if you've ever had a roasted chicken and it gets cold and you eat
gross.
it kind of you're just like, oh, this tastes a little off. So automatically, I was already feeling like I was eating raw chicken because it was cold and I never heated the actual chicken part up. But
Hey, one time I was gonna hook up with two chicks and like literally,
What?
Yeah,
Really?
Hang on, literally, I was like, oh, that's weird. Something weird in my stomach. I went and shit and puked, and God saved me that day from committing a sin. Okay.
so
that's premarital sex. You're lucky.
It is. It was
You're
like-
lucky you got. You're
it was-
lucky you
the
didn't
only
have
time
that.
you would have ever been able to hook up with two chicks.
Like
Or
I've never.
have
I have never. I'm just saying, like there was like a legit opportunity, and I was like stoked, of course, and suddenly it was like, oh, okay, I just gotta go and pee
What-
or something like that. But no, it turned into like a violent shit.
So what did you say to the girls?
I just fucking said I gotta go. Like I just completely abandoned. Like
just
they
left.
they were looking at me like,
Ran.
what the fuck?
We're just
Yeah.
fucking ran.
They thought I took something, like a drug or something like that.
And then you just left.
Yeah, like because they knew I got sick. Yeah, what can you do, man? I shit in the toilet and then I puked in the fucking and it was the sink, the type of bathroom that's like the sink is not in the bathroom.
Was it their bathroom?
Yeah.
Please
But the
tell
sink-
me it was like it's one of those places where the bathroom's literally beside like the
Yes.
living room,
The-
so they could just hear all of it. Alex like,
Dude, the
and then
sink
just,
was
like, explosive
outside.
diarrhea.
Yes, the sink was outside of the shitter. So you
Like a
you're
hotel.
supposed to shit and then you go wash your hands. It was like a secondary bathroom. I didn't check out the whole place, but anyways, I can't remember exactly. It was fucked. And anyways, Uncle Dan, we hope you get better.
I want to hear. Stop the podcast. I want to hear more about this story.
The Cowboys Can Fan podcast is we just get to know each other better.
Yeah.
I don't even care about the listeners right now.
What are we
I've known
talking
these
about?
two guys my whole life, and I'm just listening to stories about them shit themselves, and it's very.
Listen, if you can't talk freely about shitting yourself, if you are sitting there and you said, "I've never shat myself," you're a fucking liar.
It's the body.
I don't know if I have.
When the body's like, okay, I don't know what and that, my point was I didn't know what it was either. Like I went and had a dinner. It was like 3 or 4 hours later, and then suddenly
Food poisoning.
exactly.
Yeah,
But
okay.
like
I'm not
nothing pointed out
like-
that I could have picked it up what it was.
If you're
So,
sick, you're sick. So I was sick, shit myself. The more embarrassing story is I remember one time before work, I was outside when I was a smoker, and I don't condone smoking, but when I was a smoker, I went outside at 8 o'clock in the morning, all ready for work, about to leave, started having a cigarette, and you kind of had to, fart. So you let one go, and next thing I know it, I have
Sharted.
shit running down my leg. That's more embarrassing than shitting myself in a shower.
and
Like,
where are you?
Well, yeah, because you weren't sick.
yeah, I wasn't sick.
Where are
I-
you though with the shirt? Like, can you go back in and just clean up quickly? Or
Oh, like I had to throw my.
You're at
underwear
home.
out. Yeah, I'm at
Yeah,
home.
okay.
Yeah, I was at home. The worst part about it, I was like, I gotta get into the shower. I just gelled my hair. I had to get in the shower. I had to clean myself off. I was like, do I rinse my hair out or do I have like humidity hair? Like that was the biggest thing. That was the number one thing I was thinking about. I wasn't even thinking about it. I just shat myself. It was, what do I do with my hair? Do I actually just wash my hair and then re-gel it, or do I?
Did you fucking touch your hair after you shit? Like, I'm confused.
Oh,
by
yeah.
that.
Because what I was thinking of is I'm gonna get into the shower. It's gonna get all hot, and then I'm gonna get a sweaty forehead.
Oh,
The gel's gonna
gotcha.
get all. Anyways,
Gotcha.
that's more embarrassing than shitting myself in the shower. That was like flat out shitting myself.
yeah. Naturally.
Okay, Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn shits in the
Dan
shower for
Quinn.
efficiency.
Dan Quinn leaves Cowboys game because he shit himself.
Well, you know what? We have no idea. Dan Quinn could have shot himself in the booth.
We love you, Dan, and we hope you get better. We need more of that booth talk.
We do. I'd love his booth talk. He's like the cool fucking nom fucking uncle.
Okay, and preseason game 1 or 2? I'm
3.
Game three. But it's
Technically
to the
2.
season, Alex.
Technically 2. Hall of Fame game. Week 1 against the Cardinals. Week 2 against the Texans.
right. Okay.
So, but this is the thing with preseason week 2. With now that it's down to 3 games, this was kind of the dress rehearsal. So this was the week to kind of watch. The closest you're going to see to the Cowboys defense prior to week 1, and the closest you're going to watch to the Cowboys offense prior to week 1. Big headlines going into it. Dak didn't play, obviously. Dak's nursing a couple things. So we had Garrett Gilbert starting.
TP20.
TP20 looked great. TP20, honestly, he was the shining moment. That guy, we got the highlights going. TP20 could start in the NFL for a lot of teams. He has the skill set to start in the NFL.
And you know what? I think there's a lot to be said about that offensive line doing some good work because the other backup
listen, you're pretty fucking heated with the okay, besides, before I say this, I couldn't focus on the highlights because of the headlines that were on the side of that clip that you had there.
Oh,
a Miami paramedic had sex with a patient. He lost his license. But that's not exactly why. Like, okay, so this.
Oh yeah, because you can't have YouTube going. God, yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, Anth, you were pretty heated about the backup situation coming out of this week.
It's scary, man. We're literally two weeks away from the NFL starting season. Our starting quarterback isn't guaranteed to play, and I honestly don't know if there's a quarterback on our roster right now, minus Dak Prescott, that could win us a football game. Garrett Gilbert went in there. I was excited because he had literally the full offensive. Everyone else on the offense was there, minus Zeke. I put them together. Minus Zeke and Dak.
Deke Pellet was in there.
Garrett Gilbert with everyone else. You had all our starting receivers, all our starting linemen. There's no excuse. If you can't get it done with this group of guys,
get fucked.
You're not on the NFL team. So his second or third play, he fumbled it. The Houston Texans recovered it and ended up going down and scoring. His next possession was very lackluster. They sat him. He only played 2 series.
Yeah.
Cooper Rush came in on the 3rd series, had a iffy series, but then he ended up with the starting offense at least marching down the field and scoring a touchdown.
What do we do? They're not going to trade for someone.
They might not trade, but they might pick someone up that gets cut. At this point, I'm telling you, man, there might be a third. A lot of teams only take 2 quarterbacks, right?
Yep.
So there might be a third quarterback who's a wily veteran that is better than what we have on the team right now. Ben DiNucci, 100% right now is not an NFL quarterback. He 100% will not be on the Dallas Cowboys this year. I will bet my life on that. Ben DiNucci will not be on the Dallas Cowboys this year.
You want to bet that Parsons jersey? Or
what do you want to bet? I'll bet whatever you want. I'm so confident.
Look, I'm not a fan of DiNucci.
I'm betting an Ala Caron jersey. Number 60.
Ben DiNucci will not be on the Dallas Cowboys this year. Cooper Rush, possibly practice roster again. I don't even know if Garrett Gilbert will be. The backup QB2 is such a weird battle right now because nobody has really fucking done anything, and it's such a pressing situation with the quarterback coming off a season-ending injury.
Which sucks because, I mean, not to shift it away from the Cowboys yet, but with the Red Rifles comments about because a lot of the comments over the last week was Justin Fields being like the talk of the town. And I know we're going to get into Justin Fields in a minute here based on your fantastic IG reel. But the Red Rifle comes on. He says, look, Justin Fields is a great quarterback, and he's going to do great things in this league. But this is my time right now. And having that type of attitude, the Bears are probably pretty stoked to have the Red Rifle, the journeyman quarterback, coming in to help kind of massage the young JF.
As far as quarterback situations go, I would love to be in the Bears situation right now.
Yeah, like I just don't fucking understand why they wouldn't have kept. Well,
they couldn't afford him. This is the issue. This is the issue. Dak Prescott fully healthy, we're fine. Dak Prescott is not fully healthy right now. He's nursing his shoulder injury, and he's still coming off a season-ending prior injury to his ankle. You don't know what you're going to get with him, but we don't have an insurance policy.
Yeah, no.
This is the big problem. If we had an Andy Dalton there, I would feel less stressed out about it. We literally have with these three guys, Gilbert, Rush, and DiNucci, you don't know what the fuck you're going to get in regular season football.
You have the Wish version of Dalton, which is Gilbert.
No, Rush is like the Wish. He's a ginger like
and you have
rifle.
And then you have fucking Ben the chess master DiNucci. I was gonna say the page master, fucking Macaulay Culkin in the page master where he hits his head at the start of the fucking film. Jesus.
Maybe it'd be better if we went with a checkmate, gentlemen. Shut the fuck up, DiNucci.
Those three quarterbacks are not starting caliber
so,
quarterbacks.
Who is a potential, even if they might be on another team, who could replace, even if it's not a close possibility, but like someone who's not a starter in the NFL, basically.
That's the thing. I honestly, I have no clue. I thought about this because I knew we could talk about it, and it's so hard. There's so many guys, and there's so many roster moves at this time of year. Maybe they do have to trade for a backup quarterback. Who knows? Like I just, all I know is right now, I would be scared if we went into the season with one of these three as our backup quarterback. I'll be fucking puckering my butthole the whole time. Yeah, every time Dak runs, I'll be scared.
And if we just look at the stats from last game, it lines up exactly with what you said.
Cooper Rush had a good game.
Pretty good year.
He had a great touchdown pass. But I've also seen a lot of games where Cooper Rush looks lost and doesn't know. He doesn't have a very strong arm. Like he had a good game last night, but he's had more bad games than good games, and he's been on the Cowboys roster now for the last 3 or 4 years.
I was just gonna say, I don't think you can take that up to. He just needs a couple more snaps underneath his belt.
No.
Like, you're fucking practicing.
Yeah,
you're practicing on an NFL team. You definitely shouldn't be this rustic.
It's right now is the biggest question mark in Cowboys Nation is what the fuck are we gonna do with QB2?
So,
and I know everyone else feels the same. No one's feeling confident in it.
Get Anth pumped up here with this article.
So kind of continuing with that conversation, because it applies to some of these four Cowboy players whose stock went down in the Texans game.
I'll tell you them right now.
Tell me number one. Who's number one?
It's got to be Ben DiNucci.
Okay,
there's no. It
outside
can't be
of
anyone
QBs.
else outside of Ben DiNucci.
Outside of QBs.
Is this outside of QBs? This is outside of QBs.
This is any player.
Jalen Smith's got to be on the list. 100%.
Number one, Jalen Smith.
He's got to be. And this is the thing. It's his salary is just so high. He's paid as a top defensive player in the league, and I just if guys that defend him, I just don't understand what they're watching. I honestly get hyper focused on him on every play, and he's just not a good football player anymore. He's regressed so much. He just should not even be on the team.
Do you think he's sandbagging it a bit because he doesn't want to be on the Cowboys?
No. He's just he had a crazy injury in college, and I think it's finally starting to kick up.
And Cowboys is a place. There's no reason that you wouldn't want to play there. Like, the weather's nice.
You're playing in a fucking stadium.
Like the stadium, the scenery, like living, like everything is nice about. I could see like people not wanting to be in Buffalo or Green Bay or something, right?
Yeah.
Just because it's
you go to Green Bay for Green Bay Packers.
Yeah. Well, that exactly, right?
Yeah.
So, and Dallas, I mean, mind you, no Super Bowl in a long time, but it's for any
premier
sort
team.
It's a premier team. It's a
America's
top tier.
team.
Yeah, it's America's team.
The thing with Jalen Smith, he right now, if I had to pick our starting linebackers, it'd be Keanu Neal, Micah Parsons, and Leighton Vander Esch. So, like, there's your three. Why is your fourth pick at linebacker your highest paid? The only reason he's not gone is because they can't trade him because his salary's so high. Yeah. And if they cut him, they lose a bunch of money. So they would rather guaranteed they'll cut him next year because after this year, if they cut him, they don't get hit with the salary cap as much. If they cut him this year, they get dinged. That's the only reason. They'll keep him as a fourth or fifth. But it's just so frustrating.
But like, continue that then on the depth. Who's the next three then? Like, cause
Jabril Cox.
Yep.
Jabril Cox, I think, is better than Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith to me might not even be the fourth best. I think Jabril Cox with those other guys. Man, you should have seen him last night. When he's on the field, he's making every fucking tackle. And then outside of that is a guy we talked about earlier who's listed at a DN, but I think Kamara will be the sixth linebacker. I think our six linebackers will be Micah, Jalen, LVE, Keanu O'Neal, Jabril Cox, and Kamara. Those will be the six. And Jalen might not even be he might be the sixth best. I don't know, but he's the highest paid. Then it just doesn't make sense.
What do they have to eat if they cut him?
Fuck, I couldn't even tell you, but it's a lot of money. Yeah. He's got a fucking he signed a crazy deal a couple of years ago. He had a great year and they signed him.
Why am I asking
you?
Yeah,
why
this
are you asking?
Damn job.
This is your gosh darn job, Alex. Welcome back.
The crazy thing is, why am I wearing a Jalen Smith number 9 jersey?
Anth, it's too bad because
you lost a bet.
No, she's a Romo.
He has a
sexual baby.
You would do the biggest if Jalen Smith showed up to play and had a fucking great year. You would be the biggest person. You would eat your 100%. Words. Like you want him to do well.
I would love that. Bring this up because 7.2. If this on the Instagram, some guy was like, "You wouldn't say what you're saying to his face." I was like, "What? I wouldn't tell him he's terrible and overpaid to his face? What's he gonna do? Beat me up? Go for it! Punch me in the face."
Guess what?
I'll have some of that 7.2 mil.
Guess what? You've been beat up before.
I've been punched in the face by a lot less rich people. So if Jalen Smith wants to deck me in the face, fucking swing, buddy. Fucking swing for the fences.
Oh yeah. Because guess
you
what?
Still suck.
Because you be coming out with a bag and some pride afterwards.
Yeah,
guess what?
I'd be like, I fought Jalen
Cowboys
Smith
Can fan host Anthony Bessie at a tailgate calls Jalen Smith the biggest and worst Cowboys players.
So this is.
I'd tell him, I'd be like, Jalen, you punch like you play linebacker, like a bitch,
like a punk.
So this is at 2021, 26 years old, 7.2 million in basic salary, but it's that. The cap hit is 9.8, and then
huge.
The dead cap, if they cut him, is 16.6.
Yeah.
It's too much.
They're carrying him.
Too much.
Yeah.
They're carrying him.
And it drops
next year.
Next year. Look at next year.
Next year is when it could be reasonable because now the cap hit is above your dead cap, and so you can.
He's gone next year. Yeah. I would 100% gone.
So I mean, at this point, you toss him on the bench, let him ride.
They tried to trade him before the draft, and nobody wanted to take him.
Yeah, brutal.
That's telling right there.
Now, the other scary thing in this list here, Crack, we got him.
Yeah,
Crack, we got him.
Toss it back because you are hot tonight.
Is Kelvin? Yeah, you are. You're smoking, bro. Smoking.
Toss.
Alex Carey.
Alex Carey. Kelvin Joseph. I really like this guy. Liked him when draft, but he's on this list. Man? They say in dress rehearsal he was limited to second half snaps. So maybe it's just that the team, we got Anthony Brown, Trevon Diggs, and Jordan Lewis is playing the slot. So is it just like there's not a place to put him?
Well, actually, Anthony Brown had a pretty good game, actually. They challenged him a couple times. The receiver dropped the ball a few times. That would have been first downs if he caught it. But Anthony Brown actually didn't look as bad as I thought.
He's our vet, right?
He's not. I don't know. So this game was basically the dress rehearsal for the defense. So it's basically saying this is going to be your starting defense going into the season because they're not really going to see anything more until week 1, right? So
yeah,
you're pretty much looking at Trevon Diggs as their number 1, which everyone knew. But the big debate was who was going to be our number 2. It was basically Kelvin Joseph has had a really good camp, but he's still young. He's still learning, and I could see him weaseling his way into the starting lineup before the end of the season.
Alex is having another beer.
I was panicking.
And guess what?
I was panicking.
He can. It's his journey.
It's his journey. Yeah, that's you, buds.
Okay, what do we got next?
Yeah, what else do we got going on here? Preseason game. So final thoughts on the preseason game.
Yep.
If we don't find a QB2, we're fucked. if Dak doesn't play a full season,
well, I think
I'll stand by that.
And that covers our QB battle. This is the biggest thing for the Cowboys moving ahead, and we don't have to like jump into it because we talked about it. But if there's any last words, like the QB battle is the backup. I guess
battle
QB
the fucking backups. It's not the nicest thing to hear when the backups are all shit. When you want to battle the backups, when you're thinking of like, okay, crack me if you got him.
if you got him.
If somebody else that's on the same level as TP20 and they're all battling for that number 2 spot, who's gonna possibly share downs with Zeke, like that's an exciting thing to kind of track and follow. But when we're all talking about battle of the backups with, the fucking Three Stooges.
No, but for a Cowboys fan, it's huge because it's pretty much like none of these guys have showed anything.
But that's what I'm saying. It's the
so it's exciting
Stooges.
for the wrong reason. It makes you excitable because it's so bad.
Yeah.
And the only reason it's exciting is because there's question marks around Dak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
I
that's
wish
what we'll say about that.
There was this one screenshot.
That's all I got to say about that.
Forrest Gump.
There's this one screenshot where Dak's looking on in the crowd from the last episode of Hard Knocks, and now he's just standing there, similar like the Mike McCarthy angry Disney dad one where he's just sitting off. That would have been perfect to bring up there right now, but it's okay.
Like this one?
It's exactly like that. But I think he's sitting there like this, holding his jersey.
Yeah.
He's just looking on at his team, knowing that he's
Like
not,
an angry brother.
knowing he's not going to pull any snaps right now.
Yeah. Well, get fucking better, Dak. We need you. God damn.
We do. We honestly do.
Okay.
Hundo P.
I mean, it is possible he's not back to full. This is what they're saying on all the internet articles.
Okay, but this is the thing. I've read or I watched this YouTube video with Mike Fisher. He's the correspondent for Sports Illustrated for the Cowboys. What NFL player after week 1 is 100% for the rest of the year?
No,
none.
What
None of them.
NFL player actually ever comes into a season at 100%? Probably very, very few.
You just been in training camp for the last 5 months, or 5 weeks. Now you're going to the NFL. It's like his example was he brought up Zach Martin, our Hall of Fame right guard.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Martin, after week 1, he's going to be in the equivalent of 60 car crashes. Every time he lines up and blocks a defensive lineman, it's the equivalent to being in the least amount of hit is a car crash.
Yeah. And I'm not in tip top shape, but I'm in pretty decent shape. And I went on an adult slip and slide last week, and I took.
You were dead after.
I think I broke my foot.
Yeah.
And I think I broke my ribs. I lifted an AC today, and my ribs have been sore all week long, over a week long. And I'm 37 years old.
You're in the prime of your life.
I'm in the prime of my life. So
yeah, you're not in your prime.
You're not.
Prime.
I know,
prime,
but I'm just saying that was me versus the fucking ground. It's not like getting just smashed every single fucking day.
Right.
Yeah, so that's like, imagine your force, the amount you were moving, and then having that same force coming back at you.
Guys,
you know what I mean?
I can't even consider being a 6'4" person with over 250 pounds. Like, we have a buddy, Kyle Graves.
Yep.
Not to, I mean, shit, it's too late now. But he's he's 7 foot tall.
No, he's like
baller.
6'7", 6'8".
And in high school, I've always been this. I was 5'8", and just like LeBron James is born in the same year as me. It's just so hilarious to see like, oh, we're the same age. Our bodies were created in the same year. What the fuck happened to mine? But I'm happy.
Guaranteed. just to like put perspective, we could stand there, probably linked arms together, and have Zach Martin come out of the stands, and he would fucking send us fucking flying.
Oh well, I have it
weakest link. I
have it on footage at a party where Alex is standing there, and he takes. It was like we get Brody lines up from like 30 yards away, and he runs and he launches off
a Canadian rugby.
A Canadian rugby.
Just
player.
give it some backup. Yeah. He was an athlete.
Sorry, he's like 6'3", 6'4",
230,
230 straight
hammer,
muscle,
armadillo in the pants,
like probably 12%, 12% body fat, like.
Less
just
than that.
like less than that, like just carved out
I mean,
of fucking
when
stone.
we surveyed his body, it was 9%.
When we surveyed his body, it was 9%. But
When I bit his midsection, I could tell by the amount of fat I had in my mouth that he was only.
I thought he killed. I thought he killed Alex when he lined up and he dove and he literally did an entire tackle, and Alex took it. Alex took it like he was getting a backside bandit sack from a QB. Brody was an outside linebacker. This is a good segue. Brody was an outside linebacker, and Alex was Justin fucking Fields.
Okay, before we dive into this, but let's give some backstory. Like, who the fuck are you to say shit about the speed of the NFL after one fucking preseason game?
You knew it was going to come back. He had 17 weeks for this to come back and bite him.
Man,
in the ass.
I heard this clip, this first clip last week.
Who are we talking about, Anth?
Justin Fields. I heard Justin Fields' sound bite last week about what he's about to say, and I instantly thought, I can't wait for him to get his welcome to the fucking NFL moment. And he got it 7 days later.
Now, in his defense, he's just answering questions from reporters. I don't think he was trying to be.
He says it's so smug, though.
I don't
his
think
face. He's just got fucking a punchable face.
He does have a punchable face.
He's smug and he's cocky, and I mean that comes with being confident. But you don't talk shit about man-child, and he got man-child.
You can see this on our IG. Just head over to Cowboys Can Fan on Instagram, and welcome, rookie. Or, hey, rookie, welcome to the NFL. Fields just gets popped. Now, that was retaliate. Was this known retaliation to that comment? Yay or nay? I think so. I think he was like, "Oh, you don't like? You think this? You
don't think these back? I don't know if the guy that hit him is a starter in the Buffalo Bills on the Buffalo Bills team, but you don't think that was clipboard material? You don't think the Buffalo Bills defensive players saw this?
Especially after the hooligan.
I'll take 15 yards for that.
Especially off of if the fans that rallied behind Buffalo last season and the previous season to build up this
Bills Mafia, baby.
Yeah, the Bills Mafia took so much freaking groundswell last year that if they didn't do this to Justin Fields, they would
just wait. Sorry to cut you off. Is it playing again?
Yeah.
I'll show you my best part. Sorry, I'd keep going. I'll yell it out when it's coming.
1 week later here, and here comes the hit again.
It's not this. Just wait for it. When it does the other view of him getting hit, watch his face at the very end.
I saw that.
Did you wait for it? Wait for his eyes coming up here.
He's
just
oh shit. Well, you know what? Total illegal hit. Right?
And I'll tell you, in a preseason game, you don't think that linebacker was coming off as a backside bandit going, this guy's about to fucking learn.
Yeah.
That's what he's thinking.
Oh my God.
Actually, you know what? I shouldn't say it was he did everything he could to stay up high and tackle that guy, and it just fucking helmet to helmet happens, right? I don't think he was.
If you're coming in, you got 2 seconds of full on this guy. He could have went lower.
Okay, I was just gonna say he could have 100% went lower, and it probably would have still rattled him,
killed him.
Yeah. But that height there was to totally try to fucking ring him out.
Teach him a
lesson. Well, I think the helmet flying off, and I get it's a dirty play. I posted on TikTok, and people are like, "It's a dirty play. It has nothing in the NFL." I was like, "Man, you're gonna talk shit. It's karma's a real thing, man. This guy talks shit saying the NFL's not fast. He just got hit harder than he's ever been hit in his life.
Yeah, and
1 week after."
I mean, shit. It's not what you want to see for any player, but also
I don't know.
Just keep your fucking mouth shut.
I laughed when I saw it.
Keep your mouth shut.
Making a post.
Keep your mouth. Yeah, great post though.
Just be humble. Great post.
Talk about this. Talk about how slow the NFL is after your rookie season. Not
exactly.
After one preseason game.
Yeah, because what's going to happen for every week? There's going to be someone who's only got a year or two in this league, anyways, who's going to say, "I'll take the fucking shot. I'll crack. I'll crack him in his head." And this might not be the only time. This might not be the only time.
Oh.
Right,
it's a good hit. It's poetic. It's like poetic justice.
Justice.
You see that clip and you're like, man, this guy needs to get fucking told, and then he got told.
All that being said, I do hope I like.
He's gonna be good.
He's
gonna be a good
quality player.
Yeah, exactly. All that being told, he's gonna come back and he's gonna have a freaking dominating career.
The guy's legit. Yeah, I hate his smug face, but he's gonna be a good quarterback in the NFL.
So now we're kind of moving into some feisty action here.
Let's get to what the fans want.
fights.
We got some fights. Now, this fight was I looked. I don't know if you guys. I couldn't find a great video. Was there a good video?
It wasn't good, but it basically, you see how it wasn't this clip that you have. You see, there's this one, and you can kind of see the left jab coming in.
Okay.
And the one guy basically got the left jab, and then it got broken up. Like the stills, like you see, the stills where it looked more intense than the video. It lasted literally like. It wasn't this one. There was another clip where he's actually
don't know what he's doing
left
there.
hook. So anyone that's listening, we're looking at pictures of Hill, and it was Sterling Shepard.
Yeah.
They were having joint practices with the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. And after the practice, shit went down. These guys full on, they barred down, they jerseyed down, and they tillied. Like they went to fight, and they were gonna fight. And after the first, it was like maybe 2 or 3 seconds. It got broken up.
Flat out from this photo, Hill does not look like he's ever been in a fight.
He doesn't. He's gonna hurt his thumbs.
That's the
his
thing.
thumbs
There's another pic of him throwing a left jab. And actually, it looks like Sterling Shepard looks like he would fuck you up, by the way. Down.
Sterling Shepard looks like he's going in a fucking boxer.
That one. But, yeah, see, he threw a jab, and Shepard actually dodged it.
Yeah.
And then, like Hill's loaded up with the right here.
And this looks scary. He's coming at you with that.
I definitely want to think. I think Sterling Shepard also
coming
has
at you with that shoulder roll defense.
Yeah,
that shoulder roll.
Tongue out like Michael Jordan. He's wearing the Air Jordan franchise on his undershirt there.
Just looking at these two, if I had to bet who's going to win, I'm saying Shepard.
Oh, Shepard for sure. He looks like he has 20 pounds of muscle.
Shepard looks like a fucking beast.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I will also note
that's crazy shit.
Pick Shepard up in fantasy.
But yeah, that first pick of him throwing, it looks like he's playing tennis and about to hit a ball.
I'm not scared of each of these hands, and I'm no fighter, but I'm not scared to get hit by each of those open palms.
Yeah,
but would you be scared to get hit by Shepard, who looks like he's loading up to fucking kill you?
So Sterling,
those are huge.
Sterling Shepard looks like he's whistling to him, saying, "Come on."
Yeah, he honestly.
Look, I'll make you famous.
And he has fists.
Yeah.
Like Sterling Shepard's locked and loaded. He's ready to fucking throw. Then you got fucking Hill over here. Look like he's playing tennis.
Hill would knock me out.
Looks like he's swatting a fly.
Hill would knock me out and take my girl. That's for damn sure. But I'm just saying, his hands. I don't know if he knows how to punch.
I bet you.
Well, I definitely thought. You know what? I also loved going back to Hard Knocks with the practice that we saw the Cowboys play against who? Not the was it the Rams?
Yeah.
Yep. The Rams.
It was the Rams. Just how much the coaches just let things fly. Like they know that the guys need to get that type of those types of rounds in. And if you read the article and their coach was like, "Oh, I didn't know anything about it," it's like bullshit. You probably know that guys are about to tussle, and you just turn around and let them fucking get it out.
Oh yeah, joint practice. That's what you want.
You
honestly.
want the guys fucking doing
that. Do you think though, like even the players realize? I'm trying to find a fight video of it, but do you think that even the players realize?
Hang on, we didn't talk about the one coach. Was it the QB coach who sounds like he fucking just smokes a pack a day?
This guy?
Yeah, I think it's I think that's him. I think the QB coach in Hard Knocks. We'll get his name. It sounds like he smokes a pack of cigarettes a day. Anyways.
That's my boy DP20. But no, it's like oh shit. For those just listening, we just saw Ant. He's gone to take a little whiskey, a little piss.
I tried to be nice and rip away from him for a second, but
I mean, if you caught it, you caught it. He was walking away in his little scantily clad
in his
boxers.
Skivvies. This will be a screen grab moment when he comes back.
Hey, dude, hopefully we get sponsored by like MeUndies or something like that. My Package or whatever.
My Package. So this is our My Package shot coming back when he comes in here.
That's right. I've had a pair of I think they're MeUndies. I can't remember.
I've never worn MeUndies before.
It was a brand that we got way back when I think you were maybe.
Oh, I know
what
I know the brand that you're talking about.
Yeah, and I still have
My Package.
My Package. I still have them. They're originals. I mean, it is nice when you get the dick and balls.
There he is.
Here he is.
Showing some legs.
There it is.
Look, he's looking for those MeUndies sponsorships.
But Ant, I was gonna say it is nice when you get the dick and the balls pulled away, and maybe this plays into that baby powder.
Yeah, for sure.
When the balls get pulled away,
I'm all for the underwears where your package goes into some sort of like
a little
cocoon.
sack, a little cocoon.
Coin purse.
I like mine. It vibrates for me. It's nice. But no, all I was gonna say is. Do you think, like, sometimes the fighting seems to be almost like at an understood aggression, like where they're never actually going to go past a point of I'm gonna actually I'm so fucking angry I'm losing.
They're literally trying to flex. That's all they're
it
trying
seems
to do.
like a lot of it's like a flex, and even that they do throw strikes at one another, it gets broken up quickly. Whereas like I've never actually been in a fight. I've been around. I've been in a couple fights, not good. But I mean, like where you see people fighting. Like if someone wants to get someone and they're angry at them, they'll get to them.
Yeah.
Or they'll get knocked out.
Dude, I saw the video of those two. They both wanted to fight.
They wanted it. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why it was such a surprising thing because, like you said, AJ, usually it's like a more of a stance and it's more of a dick flexing thing.
Yep.
But these two guys, they showed up and they both were going. And then you see the teams, like, it doesn't look like it with these two yahoos behind them just staring at them. But as soon as they did this, it was like a fucking mob of people just pulling them off each other. But these two guys, they wanted, you could tell. You don't beat each other midway with shit off.
Yeah.
It usually happens with helmets on, and guys are punching helmets and tackling each other, which, you're mad and you're going to go to the aggression. But these two dudes wanted to fucking throw down 100%.
And they're probably, I will say, as much as we're ripping on Hill, I bet you he's throwing some pretty fast fucking fists. Like, I bet you the fists were being
I'd kill him.
hard.
I'd kill him.
It's a bad picture.
Guaranteed.
Actually, you know what? I would take you over Hill.
I wouldn't fight Shepard.
Shepard? Oh,
Fuck, look at that bicep.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd look. And he's got like he's got a stand. Look at those calves. Okay, go down. That's the telling. Look at their calf difference.
Yeah.
Look at the difference of their calves.
Sterling Shepard looks like he's going to eat Hill for breakfast.
And look at that hang. Look at that heavy hang he's got, too.
Yeah,
Damn.
he's coming in.
No jock strap. For sure, no jock.
All right, well, look. Hey, I love it. I love that feistiness. That's what keeps us coming back every
And the
damn
Giants are
week.
feisty because they were fighting each other at practice, and now they got, two,
We're
3
from
weeks
fucking
later.
New York. What do you think? We're from fucking New York.
The Giants are looking scrap. Oh, this
yeah,
was
here we
crazy.
go.
We're not done with fight talk. We got 2 more fight talks, and we're moving into AdamTMZed.
Okay.
Okay. But here we go. Like this is actually really funny.
Before you play it, I think fighting at a sporting event is fucking stupid.
So
I think
stupid.
anyone that fights at a sporting event, there's just no place for it. But I mean,
Love watching them.
anyways,
It's good. It's good to watch.
I'll
Love
watch it,
watching
and
them.
The only
we'll
thing
talk
I'll
about
say
it.
about the thing I'll say about it is like, if I'm not the type of person to ever get so into a team that it would lead me to actually throwing fists with someone. I love a good shit talking with people. Like that's
This is
part of the
issue.
game, right?
People that fight at games, they're using it as a fucking vehicle to just be dickheads.
So what you
They're not fighting over a preseason
Okay.
game. They're
What
fighting
you
because they're
usually
wasted.
get at these things here. Now why is there no?
I have the volume off.
Okay, there we go. What you usually will get.
Oh, we're going with it. Do we got volume?
You probably won't be able to hear it, Anth, but that's okay. We can hear it.
We don't really need to hear what's going on. You just need to see this.
Adds to it. You hear her talking to him.
So
She's talking shit.
What were you going to say while we're watching?
I was going to
this?
say most of the time you get one person like Anth was saying who's going there to fight, and then you get other people who are just chirping back, or just like calling the person
there to
a
play
goof.
yeah.
They're just trying to rile that person up. They're not thinking that they're going to get into a fight, and then what usually happens is that they do get into a fight.
Some idiot takes it to the next level.
Yeah.
We're gonna see 2 idiots in both of these. This
You got to run it back with the sound.
Okay, okay.
She is being a bitch. She's being
a bitch, and she's
No,
getting,
she is, and then she hits him. And I'm not taking his side.
Did he fucking
but this,
crank her?
this is
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is,
yeah, he
this
cranked
is
her.
Okay,
my,
so
this
stop.
is my-
Anth, set up the clip.
Okay.
Okay.
So this chick's talking, and she starts like swearing at him, telling him to get the fuck out of here. And he's like, "I'm not going anywhere." And then she smacks him in the face.
Well,
and I'm not
yeah.
saying you should ever punch anyone or punch a chick that's telling you to fuck off. She did smack him. But if you're a person that doesn't want to get punched in the face, don't punch someone or hit someone first.
Agreed. And it's not okay for anyone to hit anyone. Like sex aside.
No, I'm not agreeing. I know.
I know.
I think it's stupid. But if you don't want to get punched in the face at a football game, don't tell someone to fuck off and then hit them first.
She definitely who knows what the fuck happened.
That guy
Maybe the guy who she was yelling at
Her husband gets
called her a
fucking
cunt.
Clocked.
He
Does
got
that-
smoked, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, fuck. What a shitty deal for that guy. That's gonna be.
He should have.
That's gonna be a tough car ride home.
He should have. When he got up, dive bombed the guy.
Well, first of all, here's the thing. I wouldn't ever not let.
and he gets hit
I
here.
would I would get in between
Oh,
have a
small
girl.
tall, man.
Have you ever had a girl who gets you in a fucking fight?
No.
I always told
Not
Tay,
even
I
a girl.
said,
It could be a friend too. Like
This is
the
thing. I
person
always
who
told Tay,
pulls you in.
Get out of the way. If shit's going down,
Yeah.
just go get out of the way.
Yeah.
One, Tay would never get me into a fight with someone at a football game. So
Yeah.
I'd never ever have to worry about that. But if I got myself into a fight at a football game, Tay would be up in the somewhere in the bleachers. Hopefully,
The stupid
It's
bitch is still talking.
This is stupid though. Like it's just so unneeded, and it looks.
Well, like,
Where the fuck is security? Where it's obviously this was a swelling incident that could have been probably settled prior to what had happened. Someone had the urge to get their phone out. There was shit going down prior to him getting his phone out and perfectly filming it.
I mean, so I
It's
don't.
not too bad. To be quite honest, the guy who
Not too bad. The one dude gets knocked out.
No,
and he
no.
gets
I
smoked
mean,
again.
he did let up once he knocked out the dude.
He did punch the chick though. He definitely punched the chick.
Oh yeah, no, he punched her but she hit him in the face. So fuck, what are we doing
this is that
here?
age-old discussion.
Can you hit a girl or not?
Can you hit a girl or not?
It's
I mean,
2021.
I probably wouldn't. I probably would have just punched
It's
her out there.
2021. I don't see gender anymore.
Right.
I just see three people fighting.
The one thing that oh my god, that guy gets fucking.
He gets
Okay,
floored.
so before we get off this,
Gets turned out.
the outside of hitting the chick, because when you can throw haymakers like that, it's like you don't need to hit the chick.
No.
The fact that he also had enough composure to take his glasses off, was awesome. But I don't know who I mean, I have to side. I'm not even going to side with anybody, but
No, you don't have to side. They're both idiots.
exactly.
He's pretty calm and rational.
Exactly.
Here, though,
Why?
right?
Why are they yelling at him?
So, I don't know, but
Doesn't matter.
We don't know, but it's a lot different than this next clip we're going to watch here, which is another fan scrap. Now, the biggest thing I want us to focus on here is all these $10+ beers being thrown and wasted. That is the biggest piss off.
This one was. I find these ones are more entertaining because when you get a dog who's being held back by his owner.
So this is
off
the
leash,
who is
that's
this?
what it looks like.
Chargers
AJ,
and
can
Rams.
you max screen that thing?
Yeah, is this Chargers and Rams?
Oh yeah.
There you go.
So this is a hilarious
What's
video.
he
It's actually very, very funny.
You got any audio?
I turned the audio on,
This
but I don't
this
think
is
we can
this
hear
is
it.
the it's two LA teams.
I
So-
can't hear that, but I mean, we got the audio there.
We
which is
got
fine.
this one guy looking real angry, kind of like maybe he's Dak Prescott's older brother. I don't fucking know, but
So you got
Oh, yeah,
this guy.
he's
You
like-
got this guy who's just barking, and his boys are holding him back.
and people are kind of laughing. It's not getting to the point of scary aggressive
Well,
yet.
You want to hear something funny? The first beer thrown is by a chick.
Boom.
You don't see it from this view.
That
but
guy
there's
gets
another view of
backhanded,
it.
too.
There's another view of it.
Okay,
and the
pause
first
for a
beer
second.
thrown
Pause for a
is,
second. Pause for a second. Pause for a second. Okay, pause. If you're watching this right now, I want you to look at the gentleman,
the
the
yellow
old
shirt.
old guy who's sitting right below him. Stop. AJ, your cursor.
Here?
Yeah, that guy. Watch this guy. This
He's
is
just trying to chill.
In
this
the gray?
guy. This guy didn't move the entire time. So these three dudes. This is an old dude who is watching the game. and
Those are
he's
some
like,
big units. Those guys look like they could be playing
these
offensive
guys
line
look like
for
there's some
someone.
big units. The guy who's pound caking the guy's ass, incredible. And then Old Man McGee gets up and he moves.
Fucking so many $10 beers being thrown. It's disgusting. It's-
Right?
Oh,
I would never throw a
there's
$10
two
beer.
different fights going on in here right now.
Yeah. So, anyways, what happens here? Let's just roll it back to the beginning here because we're doing it. So we got a guy in a
Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald jersey, and he's mouthing off to I guess a chart.
It was. You can see
Chargers?
the other view. It's a Chargers fan, and his girlfriend or wife. I don't know.
Sure.
So they're kind of this part. They're going, and then she lobs. She's kind of behind them, and she lobs a fucking beer right at his face.
Right when he
You
turns
can't
his
see
back,
it here.
he's gonna turn.
There's another view that's really good.
But this guy's ready to go. Like he's a bulldog.
Oh yeah, he's looking
in
for a
bulldog
reason.
mode.
That guy,
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to
yeah.
fight that guy.
And he's got that. I love it when guys
United.
get that angry face. Like he's putting on an angry
Here comes
face.
the beer right here. He's
Here
about to
comes
get
the beer.
smoked by it.
And once the beer hits,
He throws the middle finger, and then
and his buddies laughing. Like at this point, I don't think anyone expected this to blow out.
No,
of
of
proportion.
well, this is the thing. Preseason game, you're buying a ticket in the lower bowl for fucking $100, maybe less. Like
You're
yeah,
getting-
those
you're
seats,
getting
if
all
you're
the-
mid-season
you're getting
are
all
probably
the-
$500. You're gonna get some. I
Look
mean, if I had 100, I don't think I'd fight at a.
Look at
football.
security.
Okay, so-
look at security coming here, getting paid whatever, $17 an hour. Hey, I need you to
Good
leave.
for
I
her,
need you to
though.
leave. I need you to leave. And she does her best. She does her best.
Watch though, she's grabbing him, but she does.
She gets in there. She gets in that
it.
shit.
She gets into the next one too,
Yeah.
specifically.
Jesus.
So at this point, if I'm so the friend that's holding back Aaron Donald
Aaron Donald Jr.
and ADJ, is kind of like laughing, and he's like, oh, sorry. Like, I don't
This
know.
is my buddy, this is
Maybe,
my
maybe
buddy.
not. Maybe he's actually on his team 100%. I don't know. But as soon as it starts to happen, if I'm him, I'm like, oh, fuck no. Like, now
Well,
I'm being
okay.
dragged into this tidal wave
Yeah.
that I do not want.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you're gonna go grab your buddy now to pull him off, because your thing is, let me get him out of this swarm of fucking bees, which is what's
It's a
happening
hornet's
here.
nest, man. That's what it looks like.
You are gonna get, and then he gets domed by somebody.
now he's laid out, like he's
And I want
belly out, like
Bel-
full on belly out.
now. There's that action happening now. Let's look at the second fight here. Now the guy in the yellow in the back.
Sorry, one last thing. You're tough until you're laid across 3 seats with your fat cutouts.
being fucking rectified.
Just
Yeah.
smoked, like now you look stupid.
And
Okay, let's play.
just
Let's play through the whole clip.
play through the whole clip here, and I do on this view. Let's watch the guy in the back with the yellow shirt on. You can see him right behind.
Oh, he goes nuts.
Yeah.
I've seen.
He
it
comes
from
up
a-
and starts that second fight. So
Yeah.
So right now he's like what 3-4 rows
Yeah.
back from it all. He does not need to get involved at all.
Yeah, but he's just one of those guys. His adrenaline's
If
going.
you
I know the feeling.
if you were blue hat guy right there, would you start throwing punches at the guy?
Depends. Whom is this? Like you or age? If his age and age is this
No,
guy,
no, no.
it's
Like,
like,
if-
I'm
us,
100%
no, us
diving
three,
in.
us three are sitting there in a row with other people, and then some big guy like this comes in, and he smacks
yeah.
one of us, and he just jumps in and he starts throwing punches. Do you get involved with the crowd?
If someone punched you, either of you, yeah, 100%.
In
Yeah.
Canada,
Without a
in
doubt. Wouldn't even
Canada,
think about it.
if we were
I
in the
honestly wouldn't
states,
think about it.
if we were in the states, I might be
Actually,
a little bit more.
yellow shirt-
No, I wouldn't.
cautious.
If
You know
someone
what?
punched you anywhere, if
Oh.
someone punched either of you guys anywhere.
Yellow
Oh
shirt,
yeah, yellow shirt's fucking
yellow
throwing
shirt
them.
guy
Yeah.
comes in there.
Look at all these. That's just money
There's
going
too much
everywhere.
beer being thrown.
Yeah.
That's the most disgusting thing about it. all.
Yellow shirt guy comes in and he looks like he's just trying to stop the two buddies from getting any into it anymore.
It's tough to say.
I
He
think so.
does like the guy in the yellow shirt starts more shit than he needs.
No,
to.
play it back. Play it back.
No, we're running it down.
Look, he comes
Oh,
up.
Yeah, here he is.
He comes up. Just
He
watch
comes
yellow shirt
walking
guy.
up.
He comes walking up because you're a big guy. He's like, okay, these
Yellow
other
shirt's
he-
a-
he's not jumping
he's
in there.
And
He's
he
like-
throws a punch.
No,
Watch.
no,
Boom.
He throws a punch after he gets hit.
No, Adam, look.
Yeah, but
Watch.
he didn't
Oh,
have to
maybe,
walk up
maybe.
there.
Watch. Get off me. Stop it.
Oh,
Fuck
okay,
you.
maybe he's getting.
This
pushed,
is the
maybe.
thing. Does he have any skin in the game?
Yeah, what
does
the fuck
Yellow
is he
have any
walking up
skin
for?
in the game?
He's taking on two of the guy's buddies.
Yeah, but for what? Like, is he a friend or
Oh
is
my
he
God,
just a
there's
bystander?
There was
Maybe he's
$25 worth of beer just thrown.
I think. Yeah, no. I think.
No, but dude, you're saying
Hang
$10
on.
beers? Guaranteed they're $20.
Hang
I
on.
know, I know.
Hang on. Yellow shirt guy. Yellow shirt guy is coming up there. If he wanted to just fight, he would have been in there in that guy's face before.
He got hit
punches.
first.
And look at our homie in the gray. He's getting the fuck out.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, I'm out.
He's got his fucking backpack.
He's got his bag, and
That's
he's
what I
like,
said.
yeah, this is just like, I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
but
hey,
he
let's-
stood in there the whole time, which is great.
Guys, let's never
Back
do
to
that.
the main cause of this shit. People that fight at sporting
Yeah.
events are fucking stupid. The only way I would get into a fight in a sporting event is if I was incredibly drunk and my team was losing. I'm just kidding.
Jump cut to Kansas City.
The only way I'd get into it is if for some reason someone was like being completely rude to me, and maybe that happened in both those videos. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, let's finish up this episode with some Adam TMZed and then into a
Let's go through.
JD.
So we're gonna. So we're gonna go through a couple.
Adam TMZ.
Biggest news. We could probably skip the one thing that we were gonna talk about. I was gonna say, Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott are
Skipped.
billionaire Kylie Jenner and Travis
I
Scott are
fucking hate
having
billionaires.
another kid number 2.
No, let's skip that.
The one thing I was gonna say is Travis Scott has way more swag and is probably a lot cooler.
Don't even know who he is. Blink-182 drummer.
No. No. He has a song Sicko Mode. Anyways,
What's the Blink-182 drummer's name?
Travis Barker.
Sicko Mode's a good song.
Yeah, no, Travis Scott's dope.
And
But
Kylie's pretty cute.
she's a billionaire. When you're married, or when you're married, I don't know if they're not married, but when you have kids with a billionaire,
You're set for life.
like what I mean, what goes through your head? So, anyways, that was the big news. The biggest news, though, that we should bring up would be OnlyFans are eliminating probably what is the number one thing on why people would go and subscribe to anyone's OnlyFans is the sexually explicit content. So they're basically saying, so Anth, I know
they're taking away work from you. How do you feel?
Okay, so OnlyFans.
I was gonna ask Alex, what the fuck are you gonna use the internet now for?
Well,
There's so many jokes for this.
Oh,
Right?
fuck.
And so many people. There's so many amazing memes going on right now. But
Yeah, there is some good OnlyFans memes. Well, so what are they trying to become, like a Twitch? So what I heard is you can still like be like a show or a cam girl. You just can't have you can't have sex.
Yeah.
Explicit, yeah.
yeah.
So
you
like
can
no
show
penetration.
you can show
so
your
as long
tits,
so
the
as long as
cock,
the wiener
the
doesn't
ass.
go in the vagina. like,
Yeah,
as
you
long
can
as it's
still
just
be like a playboy or a hustler.
Like if you're super hot, you're still gonna like if when I'm on there, I'm not gonna lose any of my fans.
It seems like I want to know where the decision came from because, like,
It has to be corporate.
Well,
they're
they have
losing money from not.
No,
from
but they
being
have
too
to-
insane.
No, they're not losing.
they
money.
have to know
They're making millions and
exactly,
millions of dollars.
and they have to know that, like,
But
I
how
don't
about
know,
that-
50% of our audience is going to go somewhere else because that's what they use this for.
The Catch
It's weird.
Me Outside girl made $1 million in 6 minutes.
And
on
you
But
didn't
she
even-
didn't get
OnlyFans.
penetrated.
And she didn't even show penetration.
That's what I mean. So that would still be allowed. So
And
they're not getting rid of that. They're just getting rid of.
I
Like,
think
the porn.
I think the big
Yeah.
thing that they're probably worried about is that you're gonna what?
Look at this.
She didn't even get penetrated.
Only, yeah. And so why am I even signed up for? I don't know, but I got an annual subscription. OnlyFans says it has 130 million users and 2 million creators who have collectively earned $5 billion.
It's insane. It's insane
Nice.
the amount of money
It's
that's
a lot
going
of. That's
through
a
there.
cash cow.
Ooh,
We call that a cash
looks like
cow.
you're about to be the second out of office person falling asleep. Okay, we better keep going.
Oh,
okay.
did you get my yawn?
Oh yeah.
But you know what? Shout out to all my hot princesses out there who are trying to make
Okay,
their way.
question.
Why is it just chicks? I mean, there's guys out there
Yeah.
just flogging their dicks.
Oh
out there
yeah,
and they're
I'm just not
making
subbed. I'm not subbed to them. I'm not subbed to
90%
them.
of the people I pay for on OnlyFans are dudes.
If I was 8+, I'd be on there too. But I'm unfortunately not 8+.
No,
know?
but Ant, there is a market for that micro.
They call you.
Micro ad.
micro ad.
They call you bear cubs. They call you bear cubs.
Bear cub?
Little teddy bear wiener.
Teddy Wiener.
The foreskin snail.
Hey,
Teddy bear wiener.
don't worry, we'll figure out where we're going next. Don't worry.
Okay,
figure it
so the other
We were just about to branch out onto OnlyFans. This
I
is
know.
terrible.
So the last big news, obviously, we're 8 days out. Okay, so we're
this
8.
is huge.
So we're
This
8
is huge
okay.
for AdamTMZed.
Because it's an hour and 37 minutes before we named a Paul brother, which is I think a record.
Damn, dog.
That's a fucking record for
We're
sure.
recording this on a Sunday. We're about
An hour and 27 minutes, or
Hour and 37, and
37
we're-
minutes.
we did our best. We did our best, but you know.
So Paul versus Woodley comes up on August 29th, and Anth and I were arguing, I think last week, that he's thinking that Woodley's going to knock him out, which he probably still can. But the big thing that's going around right now is that some some footage, some fucking phone
yeah.
footage.
How old are you?
Some footage of Woodley's.
You made fun of me for fucking the platform shit. I gotta get used to this.
So
Tapes.
some footage of Woodley's sparring and the way he's combat. So, okay, let me break this down for a second. So Jake Paul's throwing a lot of 1-2 combos. That's kind of what his bread and butter is, which is natural. That's basically all that anybody's seen.
He's a boxer. He's a boxer. So he's trained as a boxer.
Take a nap for a second while we're going through this. And they're showing in the one video that I was watching. Yeah, it's this one right here, Alex. Woodley's doing some defense. Yeah, this guy actually breaks it down really well, breaking down the 1-2 combo and defending out, showing the slip and whatnot. But they're showing that Woodley won't get into like a traditional boxing defense stance. He's still very MMA the way he's holding his hands. And a lot of these boxing guys are very concerned about Woodley's nature this close to the fight.
Let's just agree or disagree. I think we'll both agree on it. It should be more entertaining than any of the other celeb, if you can call it celeb fights, but like any of the other, YouTuber pumped fights. Like, because it legitimately feels like a fight. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And guess what? It's here to stay. Like,
what? It is.
This
subgenre.
Yeah. It's here to stay.
Well, I don't even. So right now, I think Logan Paul hasn't won any type of fights. I think Jake Paul is going to have a better boxing career than Logan Paul. Jake Paul, if you watch the All Access on Showtime that they released and you see him training, he looks pretty into it and all the people around him. When it cut to Woodley and his mom and some random guy helping train, like it felt very Ben Askren where he's just going in for the payday. The other thing about Jake Paul that is as much heat that he's taking for being a fucking annoying person online, he is putting a lot to try to support a lot of the other boxers. He's actually he's paying more to Tyron Woodley to make sure that Woodley's a purse is substantial in every fighter on there. So
how old is Jake Paul at?
Like 26,
4?
25, 24,
so
something like that.
And this is a main thing. Like, obviously age does come into factor with any type of competitive sport, unless you're the top echelon of that sport. So Jake Paul does have an advantage with age-wise. And he, like you said, this is what he wants to do. And you said he's trying to build his career. He's kind of taking his steps up and up and up. But I think this will be his hardest step. Oh, yeah. I don't think you can compare Ben Askren to Tyron Woodley. Maybe Tyron Woodley isn't.
Like, if you look,
it's also tough to tell by videos. Like, you'll be able to tell when Tyron Woodley's walking to the ring next week. Yeah. Like when Ben Askren walked to the ring, you're like, the fuck is this guy?
I mean, the Ben Askren fight. You're looking when we were watching, we're just like, okay.
It's like, did he even train?
As soon as you see him come out, you're like, oh fuck.
Fuck, he didn't even train. But it felt that's good. What I mean. Like, if Tyron Woodley's walking out and he's looking fucking jacked and. You know
what?
So
look, Tyron Woodley's going to look jacked, and if he starts throwing bombs, it's going to be exciting regardless. Yeah. So if Jake Paul gets knocked out, the world's going to explode. He's going to take a lot of heat, and I would love to see a comeback. I love comeback stories. If Jake Paul knocks him out and continues to go down his list of people that he wants to go, props to him.
I think Jake Paul knocking out Tyron Woodley would be a bigger outcome than Tyron Woodley beating Jake Paul. I'm not even saying Tyron Woodley knocking out Jake Paul. I'm saying beating him. Because if Jake Paul does knock out Tyron Woodley, then I'll finally be like, okay.
I think every single person.
Then you'll be a Anth, you'll be a bandwagon boy.
Then I'm giving you this hat.
I don't know if
with a Jake Pauler.
This is my thing. I don't hate the Paul brothers. I just don't think he's fought anyone worth.
No, of course.
Worth getting the hype that for the amount that they're gonna make from this fight. I don't think he's fought anyone.
No,
but he has the exposure. Right?
But no one's forcing anyone to pay this money, and they do it anyways. Okay, boys, we got one last thing to hit. What would Jerry do? Okay, so I got a fun one this week. No time travel. This is just Jerry Jones is he's wandering around. He's eating his extra salted peanuts that he's got his salt shaker on his holster, and he's got salted peanuts, and he's salting the salted peanuts.
Okay, so one thing that Hard Knocks has confirmed to us is that Jerry Jones loves his salt, so I will.
He loves that.
Absolutely.
His double salted peanuts.
It's how I keep my heart regulated.
And none of this woke culture pink Himalayan salt.
No.
I do the regular white salt.
I'll go down to Target or Walmart and I'll buy a pound.
And you're not going to overpay at Trader Joe's. I'm going to go to Walmart. I'm gonna go to Target.
He doesn't even buy he gets it in a block.
He gets it a block, yeah.
Guy,
and he
chisels it
chisels
down.
No, and yeah, he has someone else chiseling it into his salt pouches that he has.
I got a salt lick on
Don't
my
make
bedside.
don't make Grandpa Jake
Yeah, he's
into
just
a salt
he's
bomb.
just like a cow. He just got a salt.
He's got a
block
salt
that
lick.
he Just lick.
Jerry, is that a gobstopper? A salt block.
Just a salt block.
Anybody has a slug problem, they call Uncle Jay. He
Uncle
comes
Jay.
over and he just starts tossing salt all over
He's
these
good.
slugs.
He's got your salt needs fucking dialed.
So Jerry's walking around the underground of the is it a what's the arena called?
AT&T.
AT&T.
Jerry's World.
Underground of
Jerry's
Jerry's World is what he calls it, and he's got all these different fucking things going on, right? Some of them time travel. This one he wanders into, he's popping peanuts in his mouth.
What? Popping what in his mouth?
Salted peanuts,
Peanuts,
salted
not-
peanuts, salted peanuts, salted peanuts.
Penis?
No, salted peanuts. And he's popping it, and he goes, and he's like, "Oh, Jerry, we just came up with this invisible potion. You drink it, you're invisible for 48 hours. Do you want to give it a
Okay,
shot?
so
Give it to me.
So
Give me that.
We went away from time travel and now
I
we're
like that we're
into
still in magic stuff. I do
invisibility.
Like it.
Yeah, because he's got billions and
Right.
billions of
Is it
oil
like,
money.
Is it like
in
an
oil dollars?
Is it like James Potter's invisibility cloak?
Yes,
in
yeah.
Harry
But-
Potter. Okay.
It could be a
Who's
cloak.
James Potter?
Harry
the
Potter's dad.
Dad.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, what would Jerry do if he could be invisible for 48 hours?
Oh, he would for sure go into the Cowgirls locker room.
Even though he goes in there anyways?
Yeah, the
Cheerleaders?
cheerleaders, yeah.
And he go and all they hear is, "Hey girls, I'm
Just heavy breathing and salting.
Like the Invisible Man, not the remake, not the terrifying remake that just came out, but like the Kevin Bacon one. Like
The
that.
remake was actually really
Yeah, the
good.
remake was dope. So my thing is he would be a peeping fucking Tom. He'd eat his salted nuts and he would hop into the locker room because that way he can't get indicted with the whole Me Too era. He's very, very locked down. He's very, very watched after. He actually has 4 or 5 other people to handle him, even though he has no allegations. You get that invisibility cloak.
He just wants to go full pervert.
You get he pulls out that Marauders map that Harry Potter has of Hogwarts, but it's Jerry's world, and he can see where everybody is. So he can see fucking Dan Quinn going to the armory. He can fucking see. He can fucking
And instantly-
he can fucking see Zeke walking up and down looking for fucking like canned nuts or whatever the fuck Zeke was eating.
My thing with Jerry is even he doesn't like the clothes go invisible as well, but he strips naked
Oh
anyways.
yeah, he's 100% naked.
And
He doesn't get the concept as the guy who's helping him. It's like Morgan. He has like a Morgan Freeman guy down there, like in the Batman movies, who's like his scientist. Doesn't ask any questions. He's like, look,
Morgan
yes,
Freeman.
exactly.
Jerry, you own this place. I just do it, but you got it. Are you fighting crime or what are you doing? So he gives him all this.
Keep my clothes.
Yeah, he's like, you don't have to take your clothes off. You put the cloak over top of you. No one can see you. Jerry looks at him. He's like, can I take my
De-robes.
Can I
Yeah,
take my
de-robes.
nuts with me though? Derobes himself, takes his pouch of
Takes
nuts,
his pouch of salted nuts.
and then he puts a belt on. He has.
He's got the belt. He's
he has
still
a
got the belt,
Salt pouch. So that's my option. He goes and he creeps around on chicks.
Just goes full creep.
For sure, he does.
I think he does the same thing, but instead he goes into he's not creeping.
I know.
He wants to go in hear what people think about him. So he goes.
Dude, we're AJ. We're in the same fucking wavelength. Here.
he's like
that was I thought. Like his ego's so high.
yeah. He's
He
like
just
in
wants to
Dan
hear what
Quinn.
other people think about him.
Exactly, and he's
Like
still
he wants,
naked.
like he wants to go into the room and be like say shit, and then he wants to quickly like
Yes.
go out and throw it on, and then quickly come back in to be there like fucking
Yeah.
Jerry.
He-
Like,
he
just
go-
shut the fuck up.
He goes into a meeting and he goes and he says something and he's like, and then he goes, "Oh, was that a bird?" And he just like leaves the room like a weird excuse and then comes
That
back.
was honestly my fucking.
That's
like,
way-
to the T,
that's way
to
better
the
than mine.
T.
Holy fuck.
That is fucking hilarious. Jerry Jones, that creepy. He's creepy for a billionaire, and he just wants to know what everyone else thinks about him.
He's that-
So for the bandwagon boys,
Whoop.
you guys look good in those jerseys, by the way. We got fucking Adbest rocking the 4, AJ rocking the 20, and I'm rocking, my Jalen Smith.
Jalen Smith, ultra like
It's a
Jalen
Romo.
Smith, baby.
But we'll be back next week. You can pick these up on every Tuesday. Is that what we launch?
Tuesdays, baby.
Hell yeah, bro.
We launched this shit on Tuesdays. It was great. Next week we're back, boys. We're not out of office
No.
anymore.
No more.
Hit that shit.
Big hats on. talking about the Dallas Cowboys. What up, what up?